Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. Not necessarily a Mondays or a Wednesdays.
Somewhere in the middle, bit of a grey area.
Middle, like a Tuesday.
Yeah, something like that.
Welcome back to the channel, guys. Well, mate.
What you doing there?
Just popping the clutch on the RS500 engine because that one's on its way tomorrow.
Lovely.
Just had the spigot bearings through, so we can now just replace that today.
Yeah.
Get that back to the customer.
Lovely job.
And it'd be another one gone, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So, mate, first of all, what do you think about the last video?
Well,
Took you by surprise a little bit, didn't it?
yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it's all a bit weird, isn't it?
A little bit weird, mate, isn't it? A little bit weird, but I had to put it out there to everyone.
Well, I think that's the best thing you could do, really.
It was. And do you know what? I feel a lot better for it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Haven't heard anything more since, guys.
No.
So no news is good news at this moment, but we will keep you informed. But I just want to thank you very much for your kind support.
Yeah.
Overwhelming support, I would say.
Lots of support, yeah.
Lots of support, lots of messages, phone calls, emails, people very concerned. Obviously, it's quite a serious subject, both online bullying, intimidation and what have you, and also the mental health side of it, mate. Yeah. So, yeah, just want to thank you all for that, guys. And I actually yesterday did get a little bit of emotion come up when I read a couple of them. I had probably half a dozen messages from or emails from customers that we'd done work for, and they're the ones that touched me the most, to be honest, because they were very surprised at what had happened, and they give their support, and they said, you know, all the work we've done for them, absolutely spot on. Yeah. A few of which are Cosworth owners, which we've done Cosworth engines for, so it's not all bad. No. But yeah, I think what I'm going to take from this and take from the previous video and all the comments and what have you, mate, I think certainly until we decide otherwise, probably just do a video whenever we feel like it. Pretty much, it's probably the best way to go. Really, it's I'm not going to... For a minute anyway, especially, you know, at the minute. At the moment, the way I'm feeling, where my head is, where we are, we've come in this week a little bit more cheery. Yeah, it was definitely. Felt a little bit negative last week, didn't it? It felt a bit tense and just a bit like... Felt tense. And like a lot of people have commented, this ain't just work for us, this is like a family here. Yes, and it's all our livelihoods at the end of the day. So we don't want it upsetting anyone. And when it does, yeah, it's not very pleasant. So this is about, we're on about the fake looking comments that have been left on the Facebook. We're not going to go any more into it, but if you go back to our previous video, you'll see there and what you'll have to do and see what it's all about. But yeah, got some really positive support there. And I think what we're going to do is, we'll if we want to do a video 3 times a week, we will, but I'm not going to regiment it, and I'm not going to sort of dedicate myself to doing that. If we can get a couple out a week, ideal for a minute. Especially the run up to Christmas, what I'm going to do is not focus too much more on the actual engines out here for a minute. We're sort of up to date anyway. Yeah. But I'm going to get out there, bit of change of scenery, bit of change of work, and get my head in amongst the machining jobs. So yeah. So you've got the Figaros. We've got the Figaros. Yeah, we've got 2 Figaros there. Rebores and stuff going on, haven't you? Exactly. Still got to get the liners in the V8 there, but I've got, as I say, we've got 2 Figaros which we're just completing now. Just boring the last one. We've got the couple of minis come. Oh yeah, yeah. From our friends Thomas Classic Modern. Ross there. Yeah. So they've turned up. We've got those to do. So we've got plenty of machining jobs out there to do. We've got a couple of liner jobs. Yeah. Still got a line of this Cosworth for Steve, but he's not in a big rush for that. Nope. So we've got plenty on. I just want a little bit of a break from the organising the engines for a second. Yeah, get out there and just plod on and do what I used to do. Try not to start anything new in here and just sort of get out there and
square away some of the machining jobs, isn't it, really?
Exactly, mate. That's just what I want to do.
It'd be nice if we can... Oh, thank you, mate.
Nice. So, yeah, thank you very much, guys. Really touching that, the support that we get. It's still, when we do things like that, it's still sort of, I still can't get my head around that all these viewers that watch are actual people.
I know.
And when they get in touch like that, it's almost overwhelming, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Got a lot of supporters, which is nice, really.
Yeah.
Not that we do it for the sympathy, but we just like to share everything with you. And so the V8.
This is a Cleveland.
This is the Cleveland V8. Just finished boring that to plus 40. We have the pistons here, brand new pistons.
Yeah.
Always baffles me with V8s.
Yeah, John said that they were quite cheap.
This is what baffles me with a V8.
For a big set of V8, you know, big
You can
V8
get a set
pistons.
of V8 pistons for about 130 quid.
That's mental.
And over here, they charge you that per piston. It's ridiculous.
And it's not like they're low quality, is it?
Oh no, they do the job at the end of the day. But it's just goes to show, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You probably pay 3 times more for that little piston there.
Yeah.
For the Figaro, but I don't know. So yeah, this is one of the Figaro blocks. You kindly blasted the second block yesterday, mate.
Yeah.
So we've got those blasted. We've got all the bits. You've swapped the pistons onto the rods.
Yep. Done all that.
So it's just the usual, isn't it, with the Figaros?
Yeah, I've gone through the oil pumps.
Yeah.
There's only 2, obviously, so
Our friends at the Figaro shop
blasted the rear seal carriers and all that.
That's right. So these will be all finished, and they're going to be picked up Thursday, and then they're going to send another 4 in before Christmas, so I can plod on with them as and when they said.
Yeah.
But I'll try my best to get most of them done before Christmas for them. These are the minis from Thomas Classic. I'm not even sure what we're doing. He's very kindly left his...
Leaves us notes, doesn't he?
Left his notes there. All very well organised, he is.
Yes, he is.
Always in immaculate condition, which is very nice. So I suspect, just looking in the box, we've got rebore, maybe a pair of rebores. The usual, check the rods and that, check the crank and...
Face the block, all that.
Nothing major there, mate. And I see you've been over balancing a crankshaft.
Yes,
today.
I have. Yeah, I've been doing a little Triumph crank for John, a Dolomite 1500.
So this is the Dolomite that's been hiding at the back of the bench there.
On the bench back there, yeah.
Are you? Has he left you with this job then?
What's that?
Has he left you with this job? Has he? Or
Well, I think John's building it, but he wanted me to get that crank balanced. So yeah, I'm not really sure what stage he's at. Whether he's getting ready to build or got a bit of cleaning left to do, I'm not sure.
Right,
but I think this is just I think it's it's not like a full-on build, it's just we're doing the bottom end. And
okay. Just putting the bottom end together, not a full overhaul. Right guys, just going on to a slightly different subject, and it could be a subject that is going to help me lift my mood running into next year. One thing that has probably not done me any favours this year is that we have only done one track day, and we all know how that ended up. So the kit car still up on the ramp. Had a word with Tom Upton, and we are going to be making sure that this thing is in with Tom straight after Christmas. So it might have been sitting on the ramp for what, 6-7 months, something ridiculous like that. I think we went on that track day about May, something like that. And then I threw a little tantrum, chucked it on the ramp, haven't done anything since. So basically, all we've got to be doing with this kit car is getting the prop shaft redesigned, coming up with a different mechanism to operate the clutch. Not that we need to, but it's just to make it a little bit more user-friendly, especially on the road, because it's a little bit snatchy. So they're the two things. That is Tom's little forte, doing that, so he's going to come up with some idea. When the prop broke, it did actually take the master cylinder clean off the engine, broke one of the lugs, so he's got to weld that back on, but nothing too disastrous. So if we just try and have a little look under here, guys, basically you can see the prop up there. Now the trouble we've got is the angle is probably another inch upwards than it was before. So it's never been right, this thing, unless it was running dead in line with that donut. You see that donut down there? Can't get focus, I'm afraid, but basically where that donut is, apparently there is a UJ behind there, and because that donut is in line with the prop, it doesn't actually need a UJ behind there. The UJ needs to be here in front. So you need a UJ there, a UJ up the top, which it has got, and that is probably the reason, because the prop is wanting to go up, be forced upwards to link to the engine. The UJ is behind there, and it's just basically causing massive vibrations. So we have got to, first of all, we've got to extend it about an inch, something like that. We'll have to make some obviously more accurate measurements. Prop's got to be extended about an inch from the donut forward, and then it's got to be redesigned so we get that, the UJ, the other side of the donut. So we've got 2 UJs that side, and then fingers crossed, apparently going by northwest or northeast prop shafts, they said that is the problem. So that is the first thing we're going to be doing when it gets down to Tom. Send that straight off, get the prop redone, leave Tom to do that, and then in theory, guys, we can hopefully have a working kit car. I really missed the kit car this year. I can't wait to get out in it next year. Fortunately, we've got some local track days now down at Chivenor, which is just down the road. So we're going to be entering a couple of those to do some test runs. We're going to probably hire out the circuit down at Perranporth at the airfield there if we can. I know once upon a time they said that was like 50 quid an hour, so it'd be worth us going sort of renting that for the morning really to do some testing in it. And then all being well, guys, we can get some track days booked a bit further afield. Castle Combe, I'd like to do Donington, Brands, who knows next year. And then obviously the E30. So the E30, he's coming on. Ryan has been in touch with me recently. He was actually working even Sunday to get on with that. He said that he has managed to sort out the bracketry, which I will be showing you soon, the bracketry to hold these side skirts on, because that's going to be slightly different to original. We want to be able to remove those to clean underneath as easy as possible. Same with the wings and all the rest of it. So all that will be able to come off, like the bumpers. So we'll be able to get behind and clean that really easy. So that's been the whole idea all along. We don't want sort of crap gathering up behind the skirts and all the rest of it to rot the body out. So that is what he is doing. He is sort of finishing the bonnet now. So the body inside is pretty much prepped. So hopefully just before Christmas the thing is going to be in primer, and then in January I would have thought we're going to get the orange on it. So I would think probably towards the end of January, running into February, guys, we could have the car back. So it's all good news. And yeah, as I say, next year, definitely with this, Isaac and I need to be getting out doing some track days. Take the father-in-law, Ray, with us. He loves it. He loves a weekend away. So yeah, this year we've sort of been engrossed with work and family stuff and what have you, and haven't sort of put fun aside. But next year, guys, got to start having some fun. I've really missed it, to be honest with you. So that is the plan. But like I say, thank you very much for your support. Really, really do appreciate it, guys. Every message and email and all that comes through, we read, or I have read, and I really do thoroughly appreciate it. It's really nice to know that we've got your back, or you've got our back, as to say. But yeah, till the next video, guys, whenever that is, who knows. Have a great evening. We'll see you then. Cheers, guys.